Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's the 10th of May, it's Monday. It's a slightly grey morning, but there is a hint of sunshine outside as well. And we're moving on this week significantly in the Easter story, because on Thursday we celebrate the Ascension. And it is a very important turning point, and I'll talk more about the Ascension as we move further through the week and into next week. But the key thing today, it seems to me, is that as we read the Gospel, we're moving through the end, the last couple of verses of John chapter 15 and into John chapter 16. Jesus is saying to them, I won't always be with you. I'm preparing you for a time when I won't be with you. So this time, these last words of mine are a preparation for a time when you have to rely on me in a new way, not physically present, but present through the Spirit. And we'll get on to that later in the week as well. And he warns them that they will face persecution and danger. Indeed, the hour is coming when those who kill you will think they are offering worship to God. But these people don't know God and they don't understand God. We're forgetting here that even in a Jewish context, the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of Christianity, were a revolution that caused people to understand that they were in a completely new relationship with God, a revolution that set the foundations of justice, of kindness, of a different sort of compassion, all that stuff we had about abiding in Jesus and loving last week. Jesus is saying to the disciples, you are going to live in a world that is in some ways alien to everything I have taught you, but I am calling you to transform the world. And that's a message that still continues. We have to face the fact that although much of our society has been founded on Christian values, those values of compassion and kindness and justice, and although there are many dark periods of Christian history when we've, condoned and embraced slavery and other things, they have never been part of the essence of the Christian gospel. And still, as Christian people, we are called to speak for justice, for the poor, for the downtrodden, for those who feel that they have no voice. And we are above all called to say to every person that we meet, you are God's precious child. As I read the other day on somewhere, you'll never look into the eyes of someone who is not loved by God. And this is not a soft option, but living in that, abiding in that love of God, means that we will not always be comfortable where we are. But if we are honest, and if we are faithful to our calling, then we are able to do what Jesus calls us to do, to live in the world in a way that leads to transformation of ourselves, of our communities, and of the world in which we live. And despite that desire to live in that way, we will face misunderstanding and persecution. But so did Jesus, and we walk in his way. May God bless us all.